Happy Hunger Games! And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Hi guys, welcome back to Little Piece of Heaven Farm. I'm Cheryl, and today we're just in the kitchen, hanging out, talking, and doing a few things, odds and ends, that I need to get done. I need to go to work tomorrow, so I gotta get a lot of stuff done. What we're gonna start off with today is using the bread machine. I want to try this rye bread I found from the old mill. So let's get into this, and I'll bring you down to the bread machine and we'll get this party started. Okay, this is what I was talking about. It's called Red Mill, not Old Mill. Anyway, this is what I'm going to be trying today. I saw it and I thought, I've been wanting some nice rye bread, so yeah, let's try it. Okay, and the instructions are on the back that I'm reading on this one. So, what we're going to start off with, we're going to need 1 1/4 cups of warm water. So, let me get that all going, and we'll see what we got. Okay, we're going to start off with 1 1/4 cups of water. And we're going to put in all of our wet ingredients first. We're going to do a tablespoon of oil. I'm using canola today. You can use whatever you want. Doesn't specify on the package. So this is what we're using today. Most I have. And we're going to need 1 1/2 teaspoons of molasses. I guess that gives it that nice, rich, dark color. I'm going to use 3 of these all together. There we go. Got that all nice and clean. And let's see. We're going to need 2. I'll take that back. We're going to need 1 3/4 cups of bread flour. I don't have bread flour, so I'm going to use all-purpose. And it also calls for 1 cup of the Red Mill rye flour. Okay. Then it's asking for 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. So what I'm going to do is make a well in the middle. and just pour it down there in that hole that you made. Okay, 2 1/4. Then it's asking for 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. Okay. And then what else? Oh, a heaping tablespoon of caraway seeds. Well, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Okay. And it does call for this wheat, vital wheat gluten. I don't have any of that. So, right there, I'm just going to leave it out. So, I mean, with regular all-purpose flour, there is gluten in it. So, I don't know if bread flour has a lot of gluten in it or not. But, okay, we'll find this out. So it says, for the bread machine, add all ingredients in the bread pan. Follow manufacturer's instructions. And it says, bake on machine's basic wheat bread setting. So, we have it on 1, because there's my basic. This is a whole grain. It's on 11, and this says whole grain, but all right, we'll just go by what it says to do. And I guess this is with like almost 3 cups of flour. 1 1/2 loaves, maybe? That's what I'll put it on. And crust. We'll go medium. Okay, let's hit start. Okay, we got her rolling. All right, let me clean up this mess and we'll get going on our next adventure. Okay, guys, so I moved it over here closer to the stove. I got some water on that I'm heating up for blanching. I have some green beans that I'm going to blanch and freeze. In the past, I have just stamped them, rinsed them off, threw them in the freezer. This year, I'm going to do an experiment because they're nice and green in there, but reading and stuff like that I'm going to try this blanching method on my green beans and see if they do hold the color better. I mean, when you cook them, they get a little lighter, but, you know, that's the nature of the beast. But anyway, I'm going to try that this year instead of just doing what I normally do is snap them, rinse them off, and throw them in a freezer bag. But first, I have to take care of some celery that I had Farron pick yesterday, and I used it in a meal that I tried out. I'll do a video on that later on, but I just wanted to try it out to see how it worked with this new recipe that I canned up. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. But anyway, let's get going and get all this, try to get some of this stuff done. So I have it in the refrigerator. And you can see, it's a little limp, but I kept it in water, hopefully keep it kind of crisp. But what I'm going to do is cut off all the leaves and whatnot and put them in my scrap bag that I have for broth making. And we're going to process this celery up, and I'm just going to freeze it. The rest of the celery I have out in the garden, I think I might dehydrate that, and because I like having some of that dehydrated for soups and stews, and you can always reconstitute it back. So these were all previously washed. So I'm just going to put this stuff in the bag. And we're going to have this. I'm going to wash this end off really. Make sure I have all the dirt out of the crevices. Because we don't need dirt in our broth, right? So that way we know for a fact that it is fine. But taking all this stuff off, I mean, even your store-bought celery, you could do this too. If they come with leaves and stuff, hey, yeah, save them. It's good broth making material. And I'm just gonna freeze these. And I'll probably be doing a video on the rest of the celery when I go to pick it, because I'll probably be doing some dehydrating on it. And like the little heart, that is so perfect to put in soups and stews, and even in broth making. And usually when I dehydrate my celery, I dehydrate the leaves as well. So I'm just gonna get another little freezer bag. I have little quart bags. That way I can just add to it if I need to get any more celery out of the garden for a recipe. I send Farron shopping in the garden. That's kind of fun. So I'm just, no rhyme or reason. Let me bring you down. You see what I'm doing? I'm just chopping, chopping it up. You know, nothing fancy. Just to put it in the bag. They don't have to all be the same size. To me, it doesn't matter. If you want it the same size, hey, go for it. I just want to process it, because I don't want to have to compost this. I mean, even though it's kind of limp now, I'm just going to freeze it and make use of it. I have peppers in the refrigerator that I have to process. I'll be getting out the chopper today, and we're going to do that. So I'll probably pause the video while I snap the beans and hey, as I should say, gut the peppers, get all the seeds out and stuff. So, little quart bags, I always try to get a box and keep them on hand. I do have a food processor, not a food processor, a vacuum sealer, but I'll do that with bigger things. Like some of the O'Brien potatoes, I might do that again this year. And, because that was a lot of fun. We went through those pretty fast. So, yeah, I'm going to label this, and we're going to get started. So, we'll get all the air out and seal this up. And for the green beans, the ends that I snap, I'll be putting them in my bag because those ends will give you flavor, okay? So, don't throw your ends away of your green beans. You're going to add flavor to your stocks. So, scrap bags always in the freezer. Farron gets frustrated so much. He thinks, oh, there's a steak in there, or there's a chicken or whatever, and then he goes to reach for it, and there's bones or just scraps of vegetables and stuff. And he's like, "Are you gonna make anything with these, Jet?" So yeah, you gotta collect enough to make a pot. And the roaster that I got a couple years ago on my birthday, where I was calling her Big Bertha, but I asked you guys to name her, because I didn't think Big Bertha was really all that great. But anyway, a viewer suggested Betty Sue. So my 22 quart roaster's name is now Betty Sue. So hopefully we can get Betty Sue out and maybe make a big pot of marinara sauce if I ever get tomatoes. I'm thinking about maybe going to a couple towns over. It's like it's a big city, and they have a whole food market, or a wholesale type of market, and I'm thinking about getting a couple cases of tomatoes so I can have marinara sauce, pizza sauce, diced tomatoes, all that stuff. Because, like I said in my previous videos, this year's garden really crapped out on us, I mean, nothing that we did wrong or anything. It was the weather, and you can't control that. So, take the good with the bad sometimes. And, I mean, some vegetables thrive in heat or a lot of rain and stuff like that. And I don't know if we showed you yet. Might have to do this in this video just for later on. That in our compost pile in front of the new greenhouse, because we haven't moved that yet, I had some cucumbers that I bought in the store. They kind of went soft and everything, so I'm like, oh, I'll just compost them, make dirt. Well, some of the seeds were viable. I have now cucumbers in my compost. So I'm growing compost cucumbers and haven't watered them. What does that tell you? Well, anyway, so we'll get that going. Anyway, let me start snapping on these beans and show you how. Some of you might not know how to snap beans. So, yeah, let's get into this. Okay. Here's our cute little basket. Farron got these for me last night. And we're going to start snapping some of these. So I'm going to get a little bowl out for the ends, and we're going to start doing that. Okay, let me bring it down. Okay, here's going to be for my ends. And this is the one that was on the stem. And this is just a little curlicue. And a lot of times these have strings, so you have to, when you pop them, you pop the string too. Okay, like how this is. You see that? And you pull it. See the string? There we go. And you don't have to do this end if you don't want to. You don't have to. Just put it to the side. I'm going to get another bowl. I'll get my big blue bowl here. And I'm going to snap it again. And just pull the strings. There's strings on both sides, okay? So, snap. I'm going to snap it. This one seemed like it didn't have a string. But this is what we're doing. There goes the bread machine. Okay guys, we're getting ready to blanch our green beans. I have ice water down here. So, I'm going to add some green beans to my pot. Oops. And we're going to blanch these for a couple minutes. Before we freeze them. We're going to do a couple minutes on these. When they come up to a boil, we'll put them in the ice bath. So I have my little pots ready to bring them out and put them in. Our green peppers already done. They're cut up, waiting for me to chop them up. This will come up to a boil here real fast. If we have time today, we have apples to do and some potatoes. And it's 1:30, on a Monday afternoon. So, yeah. Stick with me and we'll get this going because we gotta peel apples. I'm just gonna do them sliced. Put them in water, and then I'll put a little bit of citric acid in them so they don't look brown and punky. And yeah, we're gonna water bath can them. Okay, guys, we're gonna start getting these guys into the cold water. Turn off the fire. It's nice to have an ice maker. Okay guys, I have a big bowl of peppers, and I'm just gonna place the peppers on this little chopping thing. And just get chopping. Almost done here. Couple more little tiny pieces. Okay. There we go. With all that. And let me move up all this so you can see what I'm talking about with how I have to build it up. This is one of my little cutting boards. And see how the feet come out like that? I have to use these little containers in the middle to make a table to put my bowl on. So, overall, that's the only problem I see with it. But yeah, I really like this chopper. Makes the job a lot faster. So, let's get one of our bags and we're gonna put our peppers in. We're going to reuse this freezer bag. Okay. So we're just going to stick them in our bag like we are. Try not to get them all over the place. Okay. Try to get this as flat as possible. That's one big bag of peppers. Really in a nice color. Green beans 2022. See how much of green beans we need in the bag. Oh, my little sign fell. I can get a little bit more beans in there. Probably is whole. Ooh. Yeah. We got one big gallon bag of green beans and our green peppers. Okay, I'm going to put these in the little chest freezer. Okay, we're going to start peeling our apples, and I'm reusing the cold water. I added fruit fresh off the camera, and we're going to put the peelings in here for the chickens, and we're going to peel these apples. We only have a little pot full. The apples are starting to come on our ancient apple tree, and the house alone is 112 years old. It was built in 1910. Bad spouts like this, you cut them out, okay? I just cut it around the core. I have the apples all done. And I'm going to bring some of my jars over. I don't even know how many I'm going to get, to be honest with you. This is all going to be a cold start. I did change my mind. I made a simple syrup, but it's kind of like room temperature water. The sugar is dissolved. I have my steam can ready. I'm going to get some lids on. And get that going so we can can all this stuff up, because we still got to do potatoes. And it's 3 o'clock. And that rye bread is smelling delicious. And I'm going to do old school way and do some lids. I'm going to put a couple lids in for right now. And get my foam and stuff. Butter. Okay. And like I said, these have been soaking in fruit fresh. So we're just going to start filling jars with our apples. And see what we can get. And yes, I'm using regular amount because I'm saving my large mouth for my potatoes. So a lot of these had bad spots in them, but that's okay. The chickens are making eggs with them, so that's a plus. And we're filling the jars up to inch head space. And we're going to process these for 25 minutes. I might be able to get another jar in there. Let me get another jar. I will be right back. Okay, all my jars have been cleaned and washed. And they've just been sitting in the dishwasher all day, waiting if I needed to be canned or not. So I would have to, if I had to, I could heat them up in the oven. But yeah, I think we're going to get 5 quarts. That's awesome. That's more than I expected. Good possibility of punnets, maybe? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get these quarts going first. Bubble. And try to keep your apples under, okay? Get paper towel. And clean off these rims. I'm starting to heat up the steamer, the steam canner thing. Okay. Get another ring. See what we can get. This little lid fit on here. There we go. All right. That was 5 quarts and a pint. I'm excited about that. All right, we're gonna bring this up to a boil. And when our little gauge gets into the right green spot, I'll set the timer for 25 minutes. Because we got quarts in there. That pint can ride in there for a while, and it'll be okay. Okay, guys, so there's our bread. And I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of collapsed. So maybe we do need that gluten stuff. So I'll have to pick some up at the store and maybe remake this again with it in it. But yeah, it smells good. See how it did it? Anyway, we'll have to make sure that we get that vial gluten, so that way we can make a decent bread loaf. Okay, here's the loaf. Doesn't look too bad. It smells like a rye bread. This just cracks me up. But anyway, we'll get some of that gluten, and we'll remake it again and see if it's see if it does this again. Because this is, I don't know, it's funny. Okay, well, yeah. It's just cracking me up. Okay, Baron wants to try a piece. So it's still kind of warm. And like I said, we're gonna remake this loaf when I get the proper ingredients. Look at that. That looks pretty nice. The crumb looks pretty good. So but yeah, this, I mean, you're not really supposed to cut into your bread when it's warm, but hey. I want to try a piece, Baron wants to try a piece, so I will get that other ingredient that I didn't have, and we'll remake this again at another video. So yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm gonna taste it. That's pretty good. This is really good. Kind of sad that it kind of messed up, right? But hey, I mean, it is kind of dense, I guess. But overall, I mean, it tastes really nice. So that's a plus. It's just that it's deformed. So anyway, I like it. Baron likes it, so yeah, it's a win. I'll have to get that other ingredient, and then we'll redo it again. Okay, guys, I think I'm just gonna call it a day. It's 4 o'clock. I'm getting kind of tired. So I'm going to do those Yukon Gold potatoes that we grew on a different video. I mean, there's a lot that I have to process first. You know, wash them and cut them all up and stuff. So, yeah, we'll do that on another video. But we were pretty productive today. We made a loaf of bread. We got the beans, green beans in the freezer. We got the peppers diced up and in the freezer. And we canned some apples. And timer just went off on those. So I'll be bringing them out. And yeah. I'll show you what they look like. Okay, guys. Here's the apples. And notice they do float. So don't be alarmed when you do that. Because when they cool off, they'll start slinking down to the bottom. Because we raw pack them. And yeah. Here's our 5 quarts and a pint. Now we can do anything we want with these. We can make them into pies. We can make them into applesauce. We can just eat them out of the jar. Yeah. It's up to you. You can cook with them. Put them on a pork roast. Put them around a roast. Endless. Anyway, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. It was a lot of fun. And all you new subscribers, welcome. We have a lot of fun here on the channel. And keep coming back. And subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And keep watching these videos. Because it puts me in the different positions on YouTube. And comment. Feel free. Ask me questions. Even some suggestions. What you would like to see. Yeah. I'm up for new ideas. Anyway, guys. Thanks a lot. I love you guys. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye now.